Hello, beautifuls. I want to expand a little bit on a conversation we had recently about law of attraction and the language of resonance, right? In the conversation of law of attraction, resonance, and energy, one of the primary precepts or basic ideologies is that energy attracts similar energy, like unto like. And not only does it attract, it absorbs and magnifies. And in regards to this discussion, I wanted to talk a little bit about the law of polarity, which essentially states that whatever exists, the opposite also is in existence at the same time. And we have many axioms in our language that support this law or this aspect of physics. One of them is two sides of the same coin, right? And one of the primary examples we can use that pretty much everybody will understand is temperature, right? Today, I would classify it as a warm day. It's a few degrees warmer than it has been. Yet somebody who is, let's say, from Florida, who is used to warmer temperatures regularly, would find it cold, right? It's perspective. Now, when we talk about the law of attraction, one of the first things, or the primary things that people want to manifest, is abundance. And that scale of poverty and wealth is very similar to that of temperature, right? There is no set place that says, oh, this is where wealth begins and this is where poverty begins, right? Because it's all about perspective. To one person, wealth might equal this number, and yet to another person, that might be a lack. To them, that would be, oh, I'm running out of money at that point, right? It's all about perspective. However, we can determine where we have placed ourselves on that spectrum by what is being manifest in our physical reality. Because whatever is being manifest in our physical reality is where we have placed ourselves by the way we think and the way we feel on that energetic spectrum. Now, one might say, oh, is it just as easy as placing ourselves on the other end of the spectrum? It really is. However, we have to believe. So if we are on one end of the spectrum, let's say we're on the scarcity end of the spectrum, our thoughts have been a freight train, right? Going down the track, carrying that mindset. Our feelings are also being carried along by this freight train. Now, how easy is it to stop a freight train and have it go the complete opposite direction? Well, we know, even if we're not familiar with trains, we know the idea of momentum, right? And momentum, if it's going in one direction, it has to slow down before it can change directions. So same with this mental and emotional train that we are carrying. It needs to slow down, switch tracks to go the other direction. So practically, what does that look like? Well, that looks like finding ways to mentally elevate ourselves on the spectrum. Finding things within our experience that we can be grateful for. Looking at things in our atmosphere that are reinforcing the idea of abundance. Understanding that we are abundant in so many ways when we look at other situations within the world's experience. Understanding that every penny, every dime, every dollar that we accumulate is more towards the abundant end of that spectrum. And the more that we start thinking this way, we can allow our feelings to also expand, right? Finding things to be grateful for. That is more towards that abundant spectrum. And the more that we can embody that end of the spectrum, that is what we're going to resonate into the universe. And as I said in the beginning, right, energy attracts like energy, but it also absorbs and expands. And so when we start choosing a higher place in the spectrum and start feeling it, that is when the external world, the physical reality, will start reflecting our new place on the spectrum. I thank you so much for being here today and for listening to this perspective. I do appreciate your likes, shares, and subscribes. They do help me grow the channel, which allows me to spread this message. And I want to say thank you to all of you who have donated to help keep this channel strong and allow me to buy new equipment and do the kind of things that need to be done behind the scenes to spread the word. I appreciate you more than you will ever know. And until we speak again, please be well.